Mr. Art Buchwald.
Before I begin, I would like to reveal that I am prepared to go to jail rather than reveal my sources in this book. The reason is I have no sources. The characters I mentioned, such as President Bush, Don Rumsfeld, Condoleezza Rice, Attorney General Ashcroft, Bill O'Reilly, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Saddam Hussein, Osama bin Laden, Jacques Chirac, and the Boston Red Sox are all fictitious and don't resemble anyone living or dead or in between. It's hard to believe that for all of us, these have been the best of times and the worst of times, depending on which tax bracket you're in. If you have health insurance, a decent pension, and a credit card that doesn't bounce on you. These last years have been a golden mine of material for columnists. For one reason, our leaders keep screwing up and refuse to admit it. As you'll probably read in this book, there are no bad guys in Washington. There are only good guys doing bad things. The most dominant subject on our minds now is single-sex marriage. No civilized society can have people of the same gender get in bed with each other. The next thing we have to worry about is global warming. If global warming isn't stopped, and it isn't, Anchorage will look exactly like Miami. I have also dealt with the evolution versus Darwinism. Did God create the earth in 6 days, or did he originate? Did we all originate from apes? I discuss this because a book that mentions God sells more books to human beings than one that appeals to apes. I also deal with the Iraqi war. It is not my position that it's a good war or a bad war, or a just war or an unjust war. My only thought is it's the only war we've got. And we have to stay the course, whatever the hell that means. I am personally against it. But if we can get information out of someone by breaking his knuckles, attaching electrodes to his testicles, and dragging him around in a dog leash, I say go for it. Does this book appeal to conservatives and liberals? It appeals to both. There's something there for everybody, including Bill O'Reilly and Rush Limbaugh. The reason I say this is that conservatives buy books. Ed Coulter is the right-wing answer to Al Franken's wife. All the liberals have is Michael Moore and Hillary Clinton. But that doesn't mean I don't stick up for the left. They buy books too, using food stamps. You don't have to be a born-again anything. You don't have to be for the 10 Commandments or against it. Some people have tried to stop this book from being published because it makes fun of our president and all our revered institutions, including McDonald's Golden Arches. But this is a free country, and you can write anything you want. Getting on the bestseller list is another story. What's more, this is a perfect book to read on an airplane flying from Newark to LaGuardia Airport. The role of the columnist in the world is to make people laugh and not feel guilty about it. Every time we turn on TV, we feel threatened. Homeland Security warns us that everybody, if you see anybody that looks suspicious or makes very different behavior, report them. After my talk tonight, I'm going to report 30 of you to the FBI. I want to assure you this book is just about the wonderful job the Bush administration is doing. They are constantly on our minds. The other day I saw a bumper sticker and it said, "Drive carefully. Vice President Cheney is the trunk of my car." Since I just came from Washington, I can see by the anxious look on all your faces that I can tell you what's going on there right now. I do happen to know, but I'm not at liberty to tell you. There's an irony about everything in Washington. The president says, save the economy. We have to spend all our money on consumer goods and go to Disney World. I did not make that up. The Pentagon announced an Office of Misinformation. This raised such an uproar that Donald Rumsfeld, the most trusted man in government, announced a week later the office was being closed. The trouble is, when he told us this, was he telling us the truth? Or was he handing out more information? I cannot make heads or tails of what's happening in Afghanistan. Some time ago I was perplexed because I couldn't tell the difference on TV between the Taliban and the good guys. I first called the Marines, and they said they weren't allowed to talk to me. Then I called the CIA, and they said the good guys had shorter beards. And then I called the Air Force, and they told me they flew so high they couldn't see either one. You know, this is a country of an uptight society, and everything seems uptight about something. And also, people are blaming the media for all the things that are going on. Well, it isn't us, it's the people that cause us the trouble. For example, the other day a lady came into my office and she had a bunch of papers and she said, "I have a good story for you." I said, "What's that?" She said, "I was the mistress of Abraham Lincoln." I said, "That's great." I said, "Who introduced you?" She said, "Frank Sinatra." I said, "That wasn't Frank Sinatra. That was Franklin Roosevelt. She said, "Damn, Frank Sinatra lied to me again." People uptight about drugs and what they cost. And now they're getting so expensive that people are putting in their vaults and saving them for investment. The other day, a Viagra pill in its original carton was sold at Sotheby's for $25,000. And a Zoloft pill from the Annenberg collection went for $50,000. And a man sold me a Prozac pill from his blue period for $70,000. Satire is a wonderful business, and it makes us all rich, and I love it.